to your evidence in court, you said upon your arrival at Boksburg Court, is it your evidence that you found the magistrate at that court? Or the magistrate found you in that court? What is your evidence?
First, bakho-ke uthe namthola imantshi leyo enkantolo noma imantshi yathola nina enkantolo.
We found the magistrate in the passage on our way to our office.
Athi sahlangana nemantshi passagini sendleleni yokuya ehhovisi yakhe.
The evidence of the magistrate to testify was that when she arrived from Fosloras, as she was requested by her senior magistrate, Mrs. Victorious, Mrs. Duplessis, upon her arrival at Boksburg Court, on the passage, she saw heavily armed Metro Police officers. That's her evidence. Do you agree that that evidence is contrary to what you are telling the court?
Manje ukuthi-ke yena wasuke eFosloras waye Boksburg ethunyelwe manager yakhe uMrs Duplessis. Wathi-ke uma esefika lapha eBoksburg wahlangana nethimba lamaphoyisa elalihlome kakhulu.
As I've testified that when we walked down the passage, she was coming in the opposite direction.
Njengoba sengishilo-ke sathi masehla ngepassage sahlangana naye eza kuthini.
So that means what the magistrate or Mrs. Cronje told the court that she found you in the passage was not true.
As a court, please, my lord. I don't know whether it's competent for this witness to give an opinion on the evidence.
That Mrs. Cronje was the one who was speaking the truth. Are you with me, sir?
My lord, may I rephrase it to say, let me get back to the question that I asked you. What you told the court now, as per the evidence that Mrs. Cronje told the court that she found you on the passage. That means upon her arrival, she found you on the passage. And your evidence, you say you saw Mrs. Cronje or the white lady on the passage. Do you agree that those two testimonies are not the same?
Yes, I know to Mrs. Cronje wathi wanithola nisepassage nani ngenithi nahlangana naye passage. Yabona ukuthi lezo zinto ezimbili ziyehluka.
That's your version, my lord. I was not here when Mrs. Cronje testified, so I cannot dispute or anything.
Ngingekho uMrs. Cronje letha ufakazi angeke ngikwazi ukuphikisa ubufakazi bakhe.
When I heard your testimony, you said after you entered the building of the court, at the back of the court, then Sergeant Mkhano took the suspect and you followed and you entered the court building.
Ngithena uma nifika lapha ecourt nafika ngapha ngemuva Sergeant Mkhano sethatha umsolo angena naye esakhiweni leso senkantolo.
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo kunjalo.
Then you proceeded to room 2.
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo kunjalo.
What were you going to do at room 2?
Nani wenza ne room 2?
I did not have any idea what we're going to do there because I was just requested to escort Sergeant Mkhano.
Angakwazi ukuyokwenziwa lapha eroom 2 ngoba mina angiphelezele nje uSergeant Mkhano.
All right. Who informed you that you must go to room 2?
Bana ukuthi ne room 2.
Sergeant Mohane lead us to room 2.
So
With the suspect.
uyena wasikholela room 2.
Okay. Have you, on the passage, did you ever discuss or talk to the white lady whom you later known as the magistrate? Have you had a discussion with her?
Manje nisela
You
kupasi.
personally?
Nakwazi uba nengxoxo nalo umuntu osifazana owagcina uthola ulwazi lokuthi magistrate Grenier.
Yes, I did. When she requested my appointment certificate, then I asked her why does she request it, and she explained to me why does she need my appointment certificate.
Yeah,
And
but
I complied with her request to hand over my appointment certificate.
No, sathi ukukhulumisana ngowasicela lo incwajana zokuqashwa kwethu saseke simbuza ukuthi usidingelani wayesechaza ukuthi usidingelani sesimnika lezo ncwajana.
There's evidence that you were heavily armed. I just want to know, were you in full uniform as well?
Yes, I was in full uniform.
Ngalelo langa yena nihlome kakhulu nanigqoke wonke yini uniform esemsebenzini wathi yebo.
Were you in possession of firearms?
Yes, I was, my lord.
Naniphethe izikhali ezizibhamu wathi yebo.
How many
2 firearms.
Uthi hayi ngangiphethe ibhamu ezimbili
per person?
That's correct, my lord.
ngamunye umuntu wathi yebo.
Was she ever, or did she ever remarked as to whether she was intimidated by your presence or not?
Waphawula yini ukuthi mhlambe khona ukuzizwela ukuthi uyethuswa ile ndlela enaningi ngayo?
I cannot comment on whether she commented if she was intimidated, but she just asked us why were we so heavily armed.
Angeke ngiphawule ukuthi yini indaba noma wayezizwa kunokumsabisa okukhona kodwa ke mina ngikhumbulayo ukuthi wasibuza ukuthi yini indaba sihlome kangaka.
What was your response then? From the question, why are you so heavily armed?
Manje
What was your
namphendulana
response?
thini?
Well, firearms is part of our uniform.
Indlela esigqoka ngayo sifanele sibe ngayo emsebenzini sifanele siphathe nekhaya.
Was it the answer given to her?
Iyona
Yes.
impenduleni kwayena. Wathi yebo.
All right. Did she ask the reason? Did she mention the reason why she wanted your appointment certificate?
Wangichazela yini ukuthi yini indaba edinga lezi ncwajana zani zokuqashwa?
She explained that she is the person that is going to interview the suspect, and therefore she needs our details because we are the ones that brought the suspect to Boksburg Magistrate Court.
Wangichaza ukuthi yena-ke uyena kwayokhuluma nomsolwa manje ayidinga imininingwane yethu njengabantu abalethe umsolwa eBoksburg Magistrate.
Your details means the appointment certificate of all the officers that were present at that time on that passage.
Manje umusho ukhuluma ngemininingwane usho ukuthi imininingwane yawo wonke lamaphoyisa ahlangana nawo esephasejini.
I can only comment on myself and not on the other officers that was in the passage.
Ngingaphawula ngami kuphela ngeke ngikwazi ukuphawulela laba abanye amaphoyisa.
All right. But you cannot tell the court as to why other officers did not give their particulars to the magistrate.
Manje awukwazi ukuchaza ukuthi yini indaba amanye amaphoyisa engakwazanga ukunika imininingwane yawo kule manje.
I cannot answer on their behalf. They are the ones that has to come and account for as to why they didn't comply with the instruction.
Angeke ngikwazi ubaphendula ibona abafanele bazosiphendula ukuthi yini indaba bengakwazanga ukwenza njengoba beyalelwa manje.
When you traveled to Pretoria Mort to escort Sergeant Mngomezulu and the suspect from Pretoria, how long did it take you to travel from Pretoria Mort to Boksburg Court.
Kwenthatha isikhathi engakanani-ke ukusuka eMoat ePretoria ukuyofika eBoksburg?
More or
Well,
less,
it's a trip that is approximately about 45 minutes. It all depends also on the traffic.
Hayi ushuthi lolo hambo lungathatha amaminithi amashumi amane nanhlanu. Futhi-ke lokho futhi kuncike ekutheni izimoto zingakanani emgwaqweni.
all right. The man you saw also on the passage was wearing a suit. What color of the suit was it?
Manje le ndoda naye ithola igqoke isuti lapha ephasijini yayigqoke isuti enombala onjani?
It was a dark color suit. I cannot recall the exact. Remember that it was black. It's 3 years back.
Yayigqoke imbala engathi ihambelana nomnyama nobulu. Angisakhumbuli ukuthi kahle kahle kwakuwumbala onjani.
So you can you tell the court what accused number 2 was wearing on the day?
Ngakwazi yini ukusho ukuthi umsolo wesibili wayegqokeni ngalelo langa?
I can recall that he was wearing a bluish type of jeans
Sakhumbula ukuthi wayengathi wayegqoke ibhokati engathi blue hlaza besibhakabhaka.
and a long sleeve shirt
Ngathi wayegqoke nehembe elinomkhono
or
emide.
t-shirt.
Any jacket?
Ibhantshi lona?
I can't remember, but it can be possible that he was having, because it was June, it was cold.
Ngathi hayi angisakwazi ukukhumbula kodwa ngenzeka ukuthi waligqokile ngoba kwakuJune futhi kwakubanda.
Yes. That man with the suit, it was your first time to see him that day.
Kokuqala yini ubona lo yando egqoke isuti ngalelo langa?
That is correct.
Kunjani?
The accused person was not the first time to see him that day, correct?
Umsolo
was-
ongena ukuqala embona unjalo.
It was my first time seeing the accused there.
Kokuqala mina ngibona umsolo wesibili.
Okay. The evidence of Mr. Jonathan is to the effect that without beside the version of the accused, the evidence of Mr. Jonathan is to the effect that he was with you when he was called for an escort to Moroka police station.
Ngoba uJonathan walethu ufakazi ukuthi wayenawe ngesikhathi licela ukuthi nizophelezela nisuka esikhundleni samaphoyisa saseMoroka.
Please, my lord. We don't remember Constable Jonathan testifying to the defect.
May I take a break, my lord? Can you take a break so that I can consult my notes?
Yeah, I also
I-
recall that evidence.
I'm sure that
You say Listerin was
Yes.
also at Moroka.
yes, he was in company of his crew member,
At
the
Moroka.
colored guy,
At Moroka police station.
to Moroka police station.
Okay. 15 minutes, May.
That's our notes.